Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley, and I am here with a message for the Divine Feminine Collective. So I'm going to be pulling a few cards. I don't know how long I have. There might be some background music, or noise, not music. I have a movie going, whatever. But I'm going to be pulling some cards for some guidance for the Divine Feminine. It's time for the Divine Feminine to fully rise. And if you aren't familiar with that term, this might not be the reading for you, because this is for folks who are definitely on their Divine Feminine path. So it's time for us to rise. And I'm going to pull some cards about what that can look like, or what we need to focus on. So I'm going to pull some Sacred Rebels, and then I'm going to pull from my Divine Feminine deck, and then I'm going to pull some Universe and Making Magic. That's going to give us like the application that we need. So I'm just going to pull for some guidance for folks who are in the Divine Feminine Collective. You are like, and I also have my Gaia deck, because Gaia is the ultimate mother, right? And so I really feel like we're just starting to really become in sync with the earth more. And the earth is pissed, and women are starting to feel their sacred rage, right? Their righteous rage. And not just women, but that Divine Feminine energy. So I'm going to pull some cards, and I think we're going to be interrupted in a sec. So I got this tapestry all nice on here. You can look at that. Hey, babe. Here. So again, I'm pulling from the Sacred Rebels deck. Quick. Thank you. We're watching Bedtime Stories, the Adam Sandler movie. Well, it's on. So if you can hear it, that's what it is. Okay, so the first card from the Sacred Rebels is Free from Judgment, Free to Love, Spirals of Manifestation, Legacy of Light, and Seeing the True You. Okay. So those are the four from there. Now I'm going to pull from the Divine Feminine. So again, let me look at these. So we have Free from Judgment and Free to Love. I don't know if you can see it at all. And that's number 39, so that's 12, and then 3. And then we have Spirals of Manifestation. That's card number 18, which is 9, so 3 and 9. And then we have the Legacy of Light, and that's card number 7. And 29, Seeing the True You. I'm sorry for the lighting. I don't like big lights on at night. So what this tells me is that it's time for us to like really step into this love that we have for ourselves and others, and as that the Divine Feminine love, right? That nurture spirit. And that's when we're going to start manifesting, is when we really step into that. I'm in this process right now, loving myself, so that I can love that much more outside myself, Legacy of Light. We are the Divine Femme, right? We are the ones here to shed that light on the darkness. We're the ones holding the light. And I don't want to get into any of the light worker language or anything. So I just want to say I'm not going to be using that language. So just going with the card, it says Legacy of Light. And the divine feminine is actually like the darkness, the dark, the dark. So we shed light on the dark. I don't know. I don't know. So seeing the true you, you have to love yourself, right? Free from judgment, free to love yourself, seeing the true you. And that's the, like, I have them laid out right here. So that's like the story, right? And when you see your true self, when we get going back to this legacy of light, when you find that balance within you for that divinity, right? You balance your masculine and feminine energy, and you work from a place of consciousness and a place of divinity. Then you accept all the darkness within you. You accept your flaws. You know that you're not perfect, and you accept those dark parts of you. And that's where you're shedding the light. And you're doing that for others. You become mirrors to other people. And as this divine feminine collective, we have to do that work on ourselves. And that goes to my collective reading I did a little while ago on the Libra full moon. We have to be doing that work to accepting ourselves fully, being in our consciousness, and knowing that we are darkness and light, right? And not trying to shine light so bright that you're completely, ignoring any darkness. It's like we all have darkness. And so accepting that, whether it was, hurt or things done to you, whether it was things you did to others, whether it's feelings you have about something that you've been told are wrong, things like that. It's all, it's part of that decolonizing and coming into consciousness, right? And it's about allowing your full self. And then once you do accept that darkness and you work from a place of love, right? Free from judgment, free to love. Once you're not afraid to be in that darkness, or you're not afraid of your ability to, have darkness. It's going to mean different things to different people wherever you are on your journey. But once you're able to really do that, you're going to see your true self. You're going to be manifesting so quick. And that's what you get for doing the work. That's your legacy. You're going to have those spirals of manifestations. You're going to see who you really are. You're going to love yourself and others. And you're going to be able to understand where people are coming from, right? Which is what we do in this collective. We help folks, whether it is, again, that mirror or that reflection, whether it's a word we say, an action we do, and good or bad. However we end up in someone else's story or experience to support whatever lessons that we all have, that's what we're here for, right? So you're going to be able to see your true you, and you're going to be able to see the truth in others. Okay, let me shuffle the Divine Feminine deck. It takes me a minute. I don't read cards too often, so this deck is the Divine Feminine deck by Megan Watterson, and this deck is like so magical for me. It has to do with Nile and like the way that Nile came to the earth. But I'll share that story later. But I just want you to know that this deck is like very communicative with me, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm speaking that into existence. Can we please get the message for the Divine Feminine from the Divine Feminines? And I am going to be reading a little bit from the book on these, because I will not do the cards justice at all, and like they're so beautifully put together. Okay, so we got Mary Magdalene first, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. And that's kind of what we're talking about, right? I very often consider myself to be a bridge. I don't usually use that term, but because it comes up on here, but like a bridge to, because I'm so am in different spaces and different I've had so many different like contrasting experiences in my life, and so I really do feel like a bridge in the healing work that I do. And so I'm really glad that message is coming through. That's cool. And that takes it doesn't feel so harsh, right? Like, oh, I'm just a bridge. Like, people can choose to walk over me or walk with me or burn the bridge, like, to each their own. I'm here as this, I exist as this, and whatever, right? So again, I'm the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. I want to pull 2 more from this deck quick before this kid comes in here, so hang on. Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Joan of Arc and Mary Magdalene. And Yeshi, oh my god, I'm going to totally fuck up this. Yeshi Sogail, Lady of the Lotus born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body is made for enlightenment. And so that's interesting.